All right, everyone, welcome back to another week here on the WFWA Bulldog Bob Brown. Last week's incident, the week before, you talk about some great action. Already signed today's main event, the one they're going to be talking about for a long time. Last week, Baron Von Raschke victorious over Shikadin on El Casey, and El Casey requesting a rematch, and it's going to happen in today's main event.
What can I tell you? Don't turn that dial of your television off, because stay tuned, because the greatest match is going to hit the airwaves. From here to the coast, from here to the United States, everybody across the country is going to see this match from beautiful Club Tapu, and all I can tell you is it is 35 below zero outside. I should be in Hawaii with my son, Kerry Pitbull Brown. That's where I should be, but I'm here. I'm enjoying it because I want to see this main event. Bill Cody's been getting a little cocky. Eddie Watts is back, and listen, it's just a great card, so stay tuned. We'll be right back after this important message.
Waiting for a long time now between two light heavyweights, and one of them being hot stuff Eddie Watts, and his opponent, one half of the LA Express, Bob, Mike Lazansky, and these two young men you're going to be hearing a lot more of in the world of professional wrestling.
Well, you know, Joe, a couple weeks ago I had that Relinsky, and I tell you, he gave us a lot of problems. There's a lot of potential with this young guy, and I tell you what, only a matter of time you're going to be hearing from these two great athletes, because I think they're two good ones, and I'm expecting a lot of fireworks in this match today.
All right, Mike Lazansky and Eddie Watts ready to lock horns, and there they are right in the middle of the ring. A power struggle here. And Bob, you know, the weeks are getting shorter as they come. In just a couple of weeks, that big main event in Winnipeg as well. Swift Current, Regina, Brandon, stay tuned. Ken Patera, the Olympic strongman, to do battle with Chris Markoff. You know why as well as I do, and all the fans at home, that big interference, the double teaming effort that took place a couple of weeks ago, it all came down to that, and the promoter dropping a bombshell. Tony Condello had an open contract with Chris Markoff, and they've got that match signed, sealed, and delivered.
You know, Joe, what I'm really excited about is that later on in the show, you're going to interview them both back to back. So we could have explosion right here on this show.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you know, you look at some of the other stars that are coming through the area. You've got yourself and your son, the Pitbull, who's been absent for the last couple of weeks. I don't know where he is. You tell me, Honolulu. WFWA Wrestling, one of the finest organizations in all of North America. And Baron Von Raschke defeating Shikadin on El Casey last week. The Sheik demanding a rematch that he had been cheated, and the Baron obliging. Today's main event, a rematch for the television audience at home all throughout Canada.
Well, I tell you what, I do think the Sheik got a raw deal. I think the referee gave him a fast count, but I'll guarantee you, it won't be no fast count today. Talking to Sheik and El Casey, he's storming in the back dressing room. I tell you what, he came unglued when I went in and asked him a couple of questions, and he was quite upset that he lost the match, and he is quite upset with the officials of the WFWA, and he's going to lay a formal complaint. Now listen, it's going to be a great match, and I'll tell you, if you people out there can't stand pain, please turn your television off.
Well, I'll tell you one thing for certain, that big battle royal definitely doesn't hurt some action. 15 men in the squared circle at $10,000 to the winner, and a lot of people have lost friends over less money than that. You know that as well as I do. And another problem that came up just, I guess last week it was, you and your partner, the Psycho, filling in for your son, did some severe ligament damage to that knee of the French Mad Dog. No word yet on how long the French Mad Dog will be out of action, but later on today, you will have Buffalo Bill Cody in a singles match.
Well, all I can tell you is this, we just sent the dog to the pound.
I'll tell you one thing for certain, though, no matter who you sign against who, the one thing I have to admit about this promotion, evenly matched matches, as you can see right now, with this Mike Lazansky doing battle with Hot Stuff Eddie Watts, both men weighing in just around the same at about 2 1/4, about the same height. These two are genuine light heavyweights, and I'll tell you, if that light heavyweight crown ever comes into effect here, one of these two men might be holding that belt
And you know, we're coming to you from the most beautiful Club Tapu at the Garden City Inn in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. The place is full. I'll tell you, it's 35 below, but I'll tell you, there's all kinds of action going on in the ring. Here you got two young, fine prospects that's going to go a long way in professional wrestling. They're showing your skills to you today. They need a great compliment, and I'll tell you what, they got mine.
All right, you're talking about Club Taboo, owned by Hospitality Corporation in Winnipeg, one of the finest hotel chains in all of Winnipeg. On the corner of McPhillips and Jefferson, I'll tell you, those cars line up at as early as possible to grab a good seat when the stars of the WFWA are here for that great television taping.
Oh, by the way, just don't forget the beautiful girls. Ooh, I really got excited today.
All right, Bulldog Bob Brown, a little bit of a fringe benefit for the job, I guess you could say. And we are being treated to a great match here. Mike Lazansky on top of things right now, going to work on the left arm, and Bob, that pressure being applied in the forearm all the way up to the rotator cuff in that shoulder.
Well, I'll tell you the truth, Lulinsky is Mike Lurinsky. I think I pronounced it right.
Lazansky.
Okay, Mike, I'm awful sorry about that, but listen, he's got the arm. He knows what he's got to do, and we've gone 5 minutes into this match, and it's been nothing but sensational, and it's been a classic match.
We're at the 5-minute mark, like Bob mentioned for you. Mike Lazansky and Hot Stuff Eddie Watts, your broadcasters for this evening. My color man.
Look at the Sheik now.
Well, the Sheik is getting involved. He gets excited every time he hears my name, I think, Bob. Joe Ello here with Bulldog Bob Brown, a true legend. And Bob, you were traveling all throughout Singapore a few weeks back. As well, Kansas City, Missouri, your home. And you made it back up to Winnipeg to travel through Western Canada around Christmas time. The snow, beautiful out there. I'm not big on the cold either, but I'll tell you, the warm people of Manitoba can sure change that in a hurry for you.
And listen, all I got to tell you is I'm having a fine tour. And listen, we gotta send a message out to the Browns. What a beautiful chef that Joe is. You know, I don't know him. And Lorne and Doug, you know, they just treated me with kindness. No relation whatsoever.
With the same last name, they're probably not agreeing that they're related to you, and I can see why. I wouldn't admit to it either. Oh, Eddie Watts is working over the eyes right now, a move that Bob Brown has made famous for the last 23 years or so. And Bob, why is it you always have a smile on your face when you see a kid like Eddie Watts in there breaking the rules?
Well, you know, I told him before the match started, go out there, Eddie, take it right to him. Cheat if you must, because I tell you, in today's world, you must cheat.
It depends. As what you're saying is, it doesn't matter how you play the game. It's whether you win or lose that counts.
That's all that worries me.
Well, Eddie Watts definitely has the same philosophy as you do when he gets into that squared circle. Otherwise, you wouldn't have signed that multi-year deal with the Golden Sheik. And Mike Lazansky is getting worn down right now in this match. Very evenly matched opponents right now. Lazansky trying to get some blood flowing against some adrenaline pumping, getting those hands together. And Lazansky is doing a good job because the fans are behind him, and Watts is complaining for the crowd to shut up.
Wonder what he's clapping his hands for. Is he in ballet?
Eddie Watts saying no to a choke. Referee Ricky Jones on top of all the action. And Bulldog Bob Brown. What more can you say about what's coming up in a brand new decade?
Well, 1990 is right around the corner. Well, what can I tell you? Hey, the great cards that promoter Tony Cadello's bringing in, and the great talent. You can watch TV wrestling on TV every day of the week. What do you watch? You watch the same old thing over and over. Tony Cadello's trying to get away from that. The WFWA is out to prove a point. Bring in new talent. That's how your TV ratings rocket.
All right. We're calling it the Superstar Spectacular coming up in January. Stay tuned to this program. We'll give you more details a little later on. Already signed, the main event. Olympic strongman Ken Patera taking on Chris Markoff. You talk about a 15-man battle royal for $10,000 to the winner. And I'll tell you what's coming up today for the television audience, that main event. What more can you say? Baron von Raschke victorious last week. Chicane on El Casey says he's been cheated, that von Raschke had a hold of the trunks. You saw it and I saw it, all the great fans saw it. No problem with that win, a straight victory, and that match has been re-signed for today, and that's coming up in this program. Bob, what more?
You sound like a broken record, Joe. I know what's coming up. I've already told the people out there, listen to me. You get so excited you don't know what you're doing.
Oh, a big knee that catapults Mike Lazansky into a 360 right onto his back, and Lazansky is trying to catch his breath, and Lazansky right now holding on to his midsection, and Eddie Watts taking his time. That might be the wrong thing to do.
He's not taking his time. He's setting him up. Listen, Eddie Watts knows what he's doing. He's not called the Wolverine for nothing.
Big body slam. Picked him up, no problem there. So obviously you can
10
see
minutes.
We're at the 10-minute mark. Bob Brown keeping an eye on things here for us at ringside. This Eddie Watts doesn't look like a big fella, but he's got a lot of upper body strength.
Oh, he's great. He's just a natural. Looks a lot like me.
Well, let's not take anything away from the young man's looks, Bob. If he looked anything like you, I'm not trying to cut down the way you look, but you never made it into the world of professional wrestling over your looks, and you know that as well as I do.
You're just jealous, Joe. Let me tell the fans what happened last night. A beautiful girl came walking up the table where we're having a beer, and all of a sudden you thought she was walking to you. She walked to me and said, let's go, Bulldog. So I got one over you.
All right. How can you compete with a man like Bulldog Bob Brown? I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Eddie Watts working over that knee now, and you can see by the look of pain on Mike Lazansky's face. I tell you, this Eddie Watts is a man to be reckoned with, as well as Mike Lazansky.
There's four minutes left in this match.
15-minute time limit, 4 minutes left in the match. We've been told by our timekeeper here at ringside, and I'll tell you, this one has been going back and forth, but Eddie Watts has been working over that arm and now sizing down the leg.
Yeah, but you know, Eddie Watts hasn't got this match won. I'll tell you, this kid that's on the mat right now, I'll tell you, I expect big things from him. And I'll tell you, Eddie Watts better move in. If he's got any chance of winning this match, he better do it now. Because if he gives Mike a chance, Mike's got so many things that he's capable of putting this match away.
A good-looking kid from Los Angeles, California. Then Eddie Watts is going to try and break the leg of Mike Lazansky, and I'm not a big fan of that. And Lazansky in a lot of pain there. You're adding some extra leverage. The knee is not supposed to bend that much, Bob.
Well, we got a silly fan walking up to the ring. I tell you, Eddie Watts is so vicious that the people are trying to come and help him.
Look at the viciousness performed right now by Eddie Watts. I tell you, I've seen these two opponents.
All I can tell you is it's 3 minutes to go in this match.
3 minutes remaining. Bob, I've seen these two men compete one time previous. It ended in a 15-minute draw, back and forth, both giving high-flying maneuvers, and now the fans know what's going on here. They're getting on the side of Mike Lazansky, the good-looking kid from Los Angeles, California.
You see now, he worked his leg for 2 or 3 minutes, and now he's got him in a spinning toe hold. Of course, you know who made that famous. Dory Funk Jr. He won the World's Championship when he beat Gene Kiniski in Florida. And listen, that was a great, great match. I happened to be there. And I tell you, I'm looking at Eddie Watts now. He's got the same hold on Mike Lazansky.
Some great wrestling trivia passed on by Bulldog Bob Brown, of course, one of the greatest.
2 minutes to go.
2 minutes remaining in this match. 2 minutes remaining. And Lazansky and Watts both sweating profusely, both giving it their all in this match. And Watts is working over that leg one more time here. I'll tell you, Mike Lazansky's going to have problems walking after this one's all over. And Lazansky surprising everybody in the house here tonight. Nice scissor kick there that got him out of that hold. He's got to get some blood flowing through that leg and get it moving again, Bob.
Oh, my goodness.
We're down to the last minute in this one. 1 minute left. and Mike Lazansky knows he's got to pour it on. Introducing them to east, north, south, and west. And the crowd getting behind him. You can hear him. 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 is enough. And Eddie Watts doesn't know whether he's coming or going, Bob.
Exciting match. Boy, I'm right into this match here.
We've got half a minute remaining in this one, Bob. 30 seconds, a 2 count there by Lazansky. Just under half a minute remaining. Not much time. Going for that pin. The bell has rung. This one has been declared a 15-minute draw. And Bulldog, what a match it was between Hot Stuff Eddie Watts and Mike Lazansky.
The people should get up and give these two a standing ovation, because all I can tell you is it was a great, great, great match, and I'm looking forward to interviewing Eddie Watts.
All right, let's go to the Bulldog inside the ring with Hot Stuff Eddie Watts.
Eddie, a sensational match. Listen, you went 15-minute draw. I thought you had the match won at 3 or 4 different occasions. You just didn't come up with the right thing. But then again, I thought you were playing with him.
Well, I'll tell you, Bob, I thought I had the man beat, but I didn't count on the distractions I'd have in the building. I got a 400-pound lady over here. She's eating popcorn so loud, the building is shaking. I got a fat lady behind me. She thinks she's so great. She's the best-looking lady in the room. Well, I'll tell you who's the best-looking person in the room. Hot Stuff Eddie Watts, the hottest-looking property around. The Sheik knows I'm hot. He takes care of me. I got the money coming out of all my pockets, and we're taking care of business. I'm handing out Christmas presents anywhere you go. Mike Lazansky, you got lucky. I took your luck. I took your life. I took your real life. I ain't going to do it again.
I got one thing to ask you, Eddie. You know, you're not the biggest man in professional wrestling. Then again, you're not the smallest. But let me remind you one thing. There's a big battle royal coming up. Tell me, are you capable of winning that $10,000?
That's right. I ain't the biggest man, but I ain't the smallest. But I'm one of the meanest, one of the smartest, and I can fly from one to this side of the ring. I can fly to that side of the ring. You ain't gonna catch me in a battle royal. Ken Patera, oh, you big man, give me your best shot. You won't find me, and then you can't throw me out. I'm right behind your back, and I'm gonna knock you over.
Well said. I couldn't do any better myself. We'll be right back after this important message.
We've got Beef Burton from Chicago, Illinois. Bulldog, a man that weighs in at 245 pounds, worked through the meat plants all throughout Chicago, one of the biggest industries in all of Illinois. And you can see there's a lot of beef on that man. 245 pounds against the Titan from no man's land.
Well, I'll tell you what, you got two people here are looking for big wins. A win by either one of these guys would really put them up the rankings, Joe. And I'm looking forward for a tough, tough contest.
Well, you can see there, Beef Burton had something in his left hand behind his back. The referee, Ricky Jones, didn't catch it. Then he planted something in his knee. Whether he's got anything there or not, I don't know. The Titan wasn't able to see anything. And there he goes again, right back to that knee. And now I don't know. Ricky Jones gave him a good check. Let's give the referee the benefit of the doubt. Beef Burton, one tough customer out of Chicago, Illinois.
Well, you know, Beef Burton comes from, I'll tell you the truth, he comes from a great state. He was trained in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I happened to be at the training camp when he was training under the great Eddie Sharkey. And you know Eddie Sharkey, he trains the best. You talk about training, he trained the Road Warriors. You know what they've done. And listen, the Demolition from another circuit. You know, he's done a tremendous job. And I'm going to tell you, this guy's here today. He hasn't looked his best, but I'm going to tell you, he's coming on, and I expect big things from Burton.
Definitely a good body on him. Take a look at those arms and the chest. Now says his home's in Chicago, Illinois, working those meat packing plants, if you will, and whatever it took to get those kind of muscles. He did a good job at it, Bob. Tell you one thing for certain, he's not really ready and willing, I guess, to settle the score with the Titan here, because he's wasting a heck of a lot of time here with the referee. Is this a psych job or what?
Well, I tell you, he's getting Titan a little nervous. The Titan's walking around like he just got out of bed. But I'll tell you what, he'll get out of bed real quick if Burton pours it on him.
I am very impressed, like you said. Okay, Beef Burton, not you always said, though, Bob, A lot of times.
Let me tell you something, Joe. The quickest way to wake somebody up, and you know what it is, I'm great at it, slap somebody in the face.
Well, that's adding like a big insult there that you're one step ahead of your opponent, and the Titan gives them one in return. A clean break there by the Titan as far as I was concerned. I don't know what beef is. To tell you the truth, he's not doing that great of a job tangling up with the Titan. Is he a little scared? What's the problem here, Bob? I have no idea.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're feeling each other out. Listen, they've never met before. Hey, listen, I'd be a little nervous too if I got in the ring. That the guy was 6'4", about 275 pounds. Long drink of water is what I would call him, but he looks pretty sharp. Hey, listen, I'd be scared too.
The Titan, not no slouch either, weighing in at 265 pounds from no man's land. Burton not really impressing the crowd with one big arm drag, but I tell you, he's doing a good job psyching out the Titan because the Titan is wasting a lot of energy trying to get this match underway, and Burton just keeps prancing around.
I'll tell you what, he better get with it real quick. And don't give Burton a much chance to get going, because once Burton gets going, he's hard to stop, Joe. I've watched him in the last couple weeks. Like I said, he hasn't looked great, but I tell you, he hasn't looked too bad.
All right, a hip toss there. And Beef Burton going at it with the crowd now, trying to impress everybody with his strength. So what more can you say as far as I'd be concerned? Beef Burton, big body slam coming, and there it is. This Burton showing a lot of strength. He's yelling at me now, saying he wants some competition.
You know, maybe he's got the answer. He said, give me some competition. But I tell you what, he better not fool around with this tall drink of water too much, because I tell you what, if he does, it could backfire, Joe.
Very good point, and I see what you're talking about here, because the Titan has turned things around for the moment. Big body slam coming, Bob. Picked him up like he was no problem at 245 pounds. Now Burton says he needs a break.
Well, I think he pulled Burton by the trunks and slammed him by hanging on to the tights. I'm really sure of that, Joe. I think I was looking at the right match.
Bob, if I could take this time out, I know you're behind me 110%. Just getting past the 5-minute mark here in this one. But I'd like to send out a big hello to the shut-ins that view the program week after week. You know, we get a lot of cards and letters from them, and it's too bad that they can't always make it out to the program.
I get a lot of cards. More cards than you get.
All right, Bulldog Bob Brown, whatever the point may be, a big hello to all the fans coast to coast across Canada and parts of the United States. And Bob, what a show promoter Tony Candello has signed for some parts of Western Canada, from Winnipeg all the way throughout Saskatchewan and other parts. The main event already signed. Ken Patera to do battle with the big Russian Chris Markov. How would you size up these two men against each other?
Well, when I size up the WFWA, it's going to be in your area very, very shortly. If you get an opportunity to go out to the matches, you're going to see something that you've never saw before. Listen, there's no substitutions. Listen, we got strict referees. You're not going to see any run-ins for somebody to help somebody. The referees, David Putnam, has been told and ordered to disqualify anybody that comes in. And then again, it's up to his discretion. David Putnam, known in the past, will continue the match. So all I can tell you is, when you see the WFWA, hey, take it in. You're going to be really surprised.
As well, you got to talk about some great action. That big battle royal is going to be one of the biggest battle royals in all of wrestling history. That's why the promotion has called this one the Superstar Spectacular, the month of January. Stay tuned for more details. I'm telling you, Ken Patera already signed. He says that's in the back of his mind after defeating Chris Markov. As far as he's concerned, you talk about what else we have coming up later on in the program. A rematch between Baron Von Raschke and his opponent, Sheikh Adnan El Casey.
Well, that's explosive. A really explosive match coming up right here on television. And I'll guarantee you, I told you last week, if there was a rematch given, you'll get explosive from Casey and Baron von Reschke.
Well, I'll tell you, it might become the 4th of July in January if those two men are up, because I tell you, both men have been going at it for a long time. It's traveled to Canada. Nothing really settled last week. The Baron won the match, but the Sheik claiming he was cheated out of a victory. That's why this match has been signed for later on in the program. And as well, we're going to have a chance to talk to the Olympic great Ken Patera and see his views, as well as the big Russian Chris Markov.
Don't say we. You've got the honors, because I don't want to talk to either one.
All right, the words of Bulldog Bob Brown. He's going to be setting himself up for his big match, psyching it up against Buffalo Bill Cody. And what are you smiling about, Bill? Or Bulldog, you know why that match was signed after what you two had done to the French Mad Dog a week ago.
Well, I tell you, I'm not getting excited about it. You're the one that's going haywire. I'm just going to go out and wrestle Bill Cody to the best of my ability. I'm going to give 125%. When the smoke clears the ring, you'll understand why Bulldog Bob Brown is not only the best color commentator in professional wrestling, but you're going to find out that Bulldog's the best in professional wrestling.
All right, right now, the Beefer, Beef Burton, is going to work on that arm of the Titan and doing a good job wrenching it for more pain. A lot of pressure grinding over that arm, and I thought I heard a snap there, Bob. I'm not too sure.
That was your brain.
Bob, sometimes things are better left unsaid, Bob. Burton doing a great job, methodical wrestler. He hasn't been around for a long time, but you can see he spends a lot of time in that gym.
I told you some time ago that Buffalo Bill Cody has got brain damage. And furthermore, wrestling me today, he'll have further damage when I get through it, and believe me.
All right, we'll have to wait and see what happens in that one. Two of the true legends in professional wrestling will do battle later on in this program. Buffalo Bill Cody to step in the ring with my colleague here at ringside, Bulldog Bob Brown. And is he ever working over that arm right now? Beef Burton is anyway on the Titan. The Titan, I don't think he's got any feeling left in that left arm of his. And Burton landed some haymakers right onto that bicep.
You know, we've gone 10 minutes into this match, and we haven't had a winner yet. And I'm going to tell you, I'll tell you the truth, I think Burton's having a little trouble with this big, tall drink of water. So that's why I say earlier in the match, when he had an opportunity to move in, Joe, he should have moved in. Because you know, when I move in, it's usually over.
Like a vulture on his prey, Bulldog Bob Brown, I have to agree with you 100%. I still can't believe what happened to the French Mad Dog a week ago. Actually, I can believe what happened. I was just a little bit surprised, and you're laughing about the matter and a bunch of other things that are coming up in weeks to come. Your son, I'm going to drill you with this question one more time, Bob. There's no way that man could be anywhere near Honolulu, Hawaii. I honestly think the father and son team might have parted ways.
Parted ways? You know, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what you use that head for, Joe. It's certainly not thinking. Parting ways? How can a father and son part ways? We've got the world right in our hands, and we've been taking it all over Canada and the United States, and we've been winning.
So where is the Pitbull? On holidays? Is that what you're saying?
Honolulu, Hawaii, along with David Putnam. They got a big match there. He's against Sam Steamboat.
All right. So they should be back in weeks to come as well.
Oh, yes.
All right. You heard it straight from the dog's mouth, I guess you could say. The father of the father and son combination of the Browns, one of the true wrestling talents, the family. One of the best tag teams, both great stars in singles competition as well. And that's what we have going right now, a great singles match between Beef Burton, the meat man from Chicago, Illinois, against the Titan. And he's got a choke going on there right now, Bob, and the referee can't see what's going on. Going for that choke one more time, Ricky Jones. I can't see how he can't see what's going on here. And Burton's going for the pin. And only a 2 count.
There's really not too much time left in this match. Don't tell me that we're going to have another draw, because I'll tell you the truth, I thought this match would be over a long time ago. If I was in there, believe me, it would have been over, Joe.
Well, I'll tell you, that sometimes happens when two men stepping in the ring for the first time against each other. They took a long time to size each other up, Bob. You know that as well as I do. And the Titan going up for a monkey flip, and there it is, and Burton gets sent across the ring. The Titan going for that pin. No way, there's no way Beef Burton's going to not kick out of that after 2 count. He's going right to work on those eyes. This Beef Burton, a rough and tough individual out of Chicago, and I guess you have to be to come out of the Chicago area, Bob.
Oh, did you see that slam? Almost drove him right through the mat.
And under that mat, you know what there is? A lot of steel and plywood, and I saw it bend as much as you did.
Oh, beautiful over there.
This one might be it. And that's it. Your winner, a newcomer to these parts, and he's going to have a chance to talk with Bulldog Bob Brown.
13 minutes, 34 seconds. You beat the long drink of water Titan. What's down the line for Biff?
Beef Burton is going to be moving up to bigger and better things soon. If it's going to start with this bomb right here, any of these people here in the bunch, I don't care. I'm looking at people like Ken Patera, this Chris Markovs, any of these other guys. I don't care if it's even you. I've heard you're quite a legend in your time. Do you think you can handle a piece of this new young blood?
Well, that's not worry about me. You know, you got a big battle royal coming up down the road. What is your intentions on $10,000 for the winner?
$10,000, that'd be some nice Christmas money coming up.
Yeah.
I think just like all these people are saying, you're looking at the winner of this battle royal coming up right now. I think you should get me a bigger guy next time, so I got more of a challenge to come out with. But tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Chicago. I grew up in the stockyards. I've been fighting people like this all my life, all these people right here. If you guys think you're so tough, brother, jump on the chair, put your cigarette on once, put your shoes on with me.
All right, everyone. You talk about that big spectacular, the superstar spectacular that's coming throughout Winnipeg, Brandon, Swift Current, Regina. The list goes on and on throughout Western Canada. And Mark Allen, it took place a couple of weeks ago when Ken Patera was battling the Titan. The match was won, and you went to the man's soft spot, his heart, while he was signing autographs with the fans. Your two men, one of them standing here next to me, Chris Markoff, and Sheik Adnan El Casey, interfered in the match, and that's when...
you shut up and tell the people the truth? I didn't do nothing. Only one thing I've been done. Force it to get in against Ken Ventura in the ring. Ken Ventura, you're not wrestler. You're white lifter. You're strong and big and fat. But this time, I've been forced it, and you know the Russians is the best. And 15, I'm coming right here in Winnipeg, Canada, for one reason, to show you, because the Russians is the best and nobody else. And you people right here in Winnipeg, Canada, don't you forget it. Bring it the Russian flag. Give me that salute, and you say, the Russians is the best. Don't you forget.
All right, that date once again, January 20th in Winnipeg, a Saturday night you won't ever forget. And we'll give you those other dates in just a few moments. But Mark Allen, you and your man might have bitten off a bit more than you can chew.
Bite off more than we could chew. After negotiating the contract and going over it, we can see that we're going to have to wrestle Ken Patera. And like Chris Markoff said, he's not a wrestler. He's a weightlifter. And now he's going to have to get in the ring on the 15th, and he's going to have to meet a real wrestler. I don't think he can handle it personally.
All through that week of January, starting on the 15th and so on through the 20th throughout Western Canada, it will be Chris Markoff to do battle with the Olympic strongman Ken Patera. No negotiations were had. The promoter forced the Big Russian to sign the match, or he would never be able to wrestle again in Canada. And we'll have to see what transpires that night. The Big Russian, Chris Markoff, does battle with the Olympic
You
strongman.
better believe it. I've been forced it. I've been framed it. But I'll show you the Russians is the best and nobody else. Ken Ventura, be ready, because I've been looking for you all over the world, and I'll get you right now in Canada. And you go on your knees and you say, Tavarish Markov, please let me go. I'm coming. I'm coming. Don't you forget, and I'll be here, and I'll show you Ken Ventura.
We'll have to let the action do the talking. Stay tuned with more great wrestling action as well. More details on that Battle Royal and the rest of that card throughout January. Let's go to the ring with Ken Patera. All right, everyone, you just heard from the big Russian, Chris Markoff, with his manager, the Golden Idol. We're only about a week away, Ken Patera. And like I mentioned to Chris Markoff, they got to you right in the heart. You were signing some autographs. I know you always take time out for the kids, the ladies, the gentlemen, whatever it takes. And that's when they did it. The sneak attack, the one that got you from behind. The Baron came in, a good friend of yours. But you said you would not step back in the ring unless you had the big Russian, Chris Markoff. Promoter Tony Condello came back out here, and he says that match will be signed. Now Markoff changing his tune a little bit. He says that he wants nothing to do with you, the Olympic Strongman.
Well, let's put it this way. Chris Markoff, if you're relying on the Golden Idol for some assistance, well, you might as well pack it in and leave town right now. You know, since I was growing up through high school and college, through the Olympic Games, and 17 years of professional wrestling now, I have never been torpedoed, Pearl Harbored from behind while giving autographs or taking a picture session or something like that. And now you take it upon yourself, you and that sheikhead on El Casey, to torpedo me, submarine me. Well, I'm going to tell you something, Chris Markoff. You got away with it. But I'm going to have a little surprise for you. On the 20th, you're not going to get away with it then, because paybacks are going to be real strong. I'm going to whip up on your watermelon head for a long time. If I get you down a pin position, 1, 2, 3, I'm not going to let the referee count 3. I'm going to jerk you up at the count of 2 and beat on you some more.
All right, wrestling fans, the words of the Olympic strongman. He says he's ready to do battle with Chris Markoff. Make sure you get your tickets early. We'll be right back. Tights being held, either did the fans at home. One thing for certain, though, that's why this match has been signed. And this one should determine it all. If the Baron wins this one, I don't see how Sheik Adnan El Casey could ever speak up about the Baron again if the Baron's victorious. Meanwhile, if the Sheik wins this one, all of a sudden you're back to where you started from, Bob.
Yes, but he's got to lose it. But I'll tell you the truth, right now, it's been an even match back and forth. They've gone almost 6 minutes in this match of non-stop action. So listen, they got a lot of time and anything may happen. But I'll tell you, if I was a betting man, which I'm not, I'd bet on El Casey.
And El Casey yelling right now that a choke. But I don't see any choke, and neither does referee Ricky Jones. Two of the real heavyweights in the world of professional wrestling, Sheik Adnan El Casey, the bad man from Baghdad, Iraq, managed by the Golden Idol, Mark Allen, as well as the Golden Sheik. And let me tell you something about the Baron. A man, I've seen him crush a Super Ball. You know those rubber balls, Bob, that you used to bounce off the wall and bounce everywhere? I've seen a man squeeze and squeeze till he crushed it with that claw hand.
You're talking about handball.
Now the manager, the Golden Idol, getting on his case.
Very smart move. He was in trouble, put his foot over the rope. Now the referee's got to break it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, the Baron's not going to break cleanly in this match, and I don't blame him. Why should he? I don't think the Sheik's ever broken cleanly once in his entire wrestling career. And about Captain Kangaroo over here at ringside, his manager, Mark Allen, the fans call him Captain Kangaroo, and I can see why. A little chubby.
I've had about enough of you and your Captain Kangaroo. What's this, Mr. Penguin?
All as I'm saying is, Mark Allen, I am not calling you Captain Kangaroo. I'm just passing along what the fans...
Look at my body. Look at this. Beautiful. $5,000 custom-made suit. And you're calling me Captain Kangaroo? It won't go over here.
Once again, I'm telling you what the fans are calling you, Captain Kangaroo, and your man is on top of things right now against the Baron.
That's right. You're looking at the greatest wrestler from Baghdad, Iraq. The Middle Eastern's greatest athlete in action. Keep your eyes on him. And I'm telling the people of Canada, we've got some big surprises coming up.
All right, the words of the Golden Idol, Mark Allen, and the Sheik is raking at the eyes of the Baron, and Bulldog, a move that he's made famous over the years.
Well, it's certainly been a struggle for Baron von Raschke. He's really been in trouble now for the last 2 or 3 minutes. And I'll tell you what, Sheik now Casey is taking it right to him the way I thought he would. It's been a tough match. Can you imagine if they don't settle it here? Can you imagine that big battle royal coming down the road?
Oh, the battle royal as well, Markov and Patera. I don't even want to get to the rest of the card, but fans, stay tuned. We'll give you those dates a little later on in the program. We've got to be getting close to that 10-minute mark in this one. We're just waiting for the announcement from our ring announcer.
You don't know the time too good. They've just now passed the 8:50 mark into this grueling affair.
I'm 1 minute and 10 seconds off, but I'll tell you one thing. When you're having a good time, boy, time really flies, and this one's been a great match so far.
Well, it's just the beginning. I'll tell you, I can expect a lot more fireworks than this. This match is far from being over.
Well, one thing for certain, the Baron, having the crowd behind him, is regaining his senses here. And Al Casey right on top of him like the true veteran he is. And he's going to work on that midsection.
Let me remind you one thing, ladies and gentlemen. When you see the WFWA in your town, hey, go out and take it in, because I tell you, you're in for a lot of surprise. They got a lot of great talent, more to coming in. Hey, big Ricky Rice, a fabulous Ricky Rice from Minnesota. He's on his way. I hear Eddie Gilbert is on his way. Hey, the world's heavyweight champion Ric Flair is on his way. So it should be quite a year in the WFWA. Professional wrestling.
All right, the words of Bulldog Bob Brown. Maybe he knows something I don't just yet, but I'm telling you, when the man speaks, you gotta listen. Bulldog Bob Brown joining me here at ringside for the last few weeks, and Bob, this one had to happen, and you can see why. And now Sheik Adnan, Al Casey is raking at the back, going to work on the front, and the crowd, I'm getting goosebumps again, Bob. You can hear the fans chanting, Baron, and look at the face of the Baron. Nothing's going to stop him now.
Oh, my goodness. I hear it. Here comes Baron von Raschke. Here's one of his favorite looks. I'll tell you what, there he comes.
Holy Toledo. I'm telling you, you don't want to make the big German mad. And take a look, you're wincing at those kicks landing. The crowd getting behind him. I can barely hear you, Bob.
I told you to be fireworks in here. Here comes the fabulous crowd now.
Yeah, well, he did it last week. He tried to get that quad. It didn't work. And he's got him in the rope. And Dave Gobo's been distracted. Oh, come on. Mark Allen, the manager. Oh. Bulldog Bob Brown, you saw what happened as well as I did. The Baron had him where he wanted him with that claw hold. Mark Allen interfered. Come on.
I'm going to tell you, it was a great match. I didn't see no interference. The Baron fell backwards, and as dumb as he really is, and now Casey just climbed the top of him. I just thought he was clumsy.
Bulldog, come on. Give it to him the way it was. Referee didn't see what happened. You saw that one.
All I can tell you is, Joey, you got the honors. Why don't you go up and talk to him about it?
All right, everyone. Baron von Raschke, you've been cheated out of a big win. And coming up in January, each man one win apiece now here in the WFWA. Something's got to be done. And I know you want that big man one more time.
There wasn't a victory for the Sheik. You saw the foot. He pulled a foot from outside that Captain Kangaroo guy, whatever he is. I'll tell you something. Sheik Adnan LKC, the next time we get in the ring, and I guess it'll be in January, you're gonna feel the claw, and no matter what Captain Kangaroo and that other desert rat do, you're not gonna get away. The claw is going to clamp on.
All right, Baron von
Raschke. And squeeze.
You want to talk about some action? The big man won his match against Sheik Adnan El Casey a couple of weeks back. Chip got a victory, if you will. It's all coming down in January throughout Western Canada when Baron promoter Tony Condello to do battle one more time. The deciding factor against Sheik Adnan El Casey. Also signed Chris Markoff to do battle with Ken Patera. And once again, the big battle royal, 15 men, 4,000 pounds, almost 4,000
I'm
pounds.
to the floor. Shake out that LKC. You're not going to make it to the Battle Royal. I promise you that. Over the top rope. To the cement. That's all you'll need to know.
All right, everyone. Baron Von Raschke, you've been cheated out of a big win. And coming up in January, each man one win apiece now here in the WFWA. Something's got to be done. And I know you want that big man one more time.
There wasn't a victory for the Sheik. You saw the foot. He pulled a foot from outside, that Captain Kangaroo guy, whatever he is. I'll tell you something. Sheik Adnan LKC, the next time we get in the ring, and I guess it'll be in January, you're going to feel the claw, and no matter what Captain Kangaroo and that other desert rat do, you're not going to get away. The claw is going to clamp on.
All right, Baron Von Raschke.
And squeeze.
You want to talk about some action? The big man won his match against Sheik Adnan El Casey a couple of weeks back. Shipped out a victory, if you will. It's all coming down in January throughout Western Canada when Baron Von Raschke, signed by promoter Tony Condello, to do battle one more time. The deciding factor against Sheik Adnan El Casey. Also signed Chris Markoff to do battle with Ken Patera. And once again, the big battle royal, 15 men, 4,000 pounds, almost 4,000 pounds.
To the floor. Shake out that LKC. You're not going to make it to the Battle Royal. I promise you that. Over the top rope. To the cement. That's all you'll need to know from Baron Von Raschke.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Clawmaster, Baron Von Raschke, signed, sealed, and delivered for that big card in January. Let's go, the Bulldog Bob Brown with Sheik Adnan El Casey.
Sheik Adnan El Casey, they call it one apiece now, and he's challenged you for the third time, which I believe is going to be Western Canada Stewart. Now, you've got that match, and then you got the big $10,000 battle royal. So there's a lot of things coming in 1990 that you should be really pleased with.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. He won one time here in the ring, which is he held my tights, you know. Now he thinks that I cheated him, but I did not cheat. You know that. You were in the ringside watching, weren't you? But I guarantee you one thing, Baron Von Raschke, if you want to go in the ring, I'll be ready anytime, any day, anywhere, here in Canada, anywhere in the country, because I know I could beat you. And I don't care about the fine, I don't care about anything. I'll be here when he's going to show up.
Well, you know, I'm sure that you didn't save the best for Mr. Claw himself, Baron Von Raschke. I've watched you for many years, and tonight I didn't see the best of you, but I'm sure you're saving it for the big tour.
You better believe it, I'm saving it. I want to show him everything. I don't want him to give him all my things, you know. He can learn it.
Yes.
I have to hide it from him.
Yes.
But when I get him next time, and I would prove it to you, Von Raschke, you're going to see the Sheik all over you from one corner to the another.